Welcome back, boys, girls, and fourth dimensional entities. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the sequel to sonic.dmg, sally.goodwoman.dmg. For those of you who watched the original extensive EXE game ranking video, you may remember DMG sliding into the A rank. That made it the highest rated parody game. Will the developers have refined what made the original good and built on it, or have watched their house come crumbling down? There's only one way to find out. Big shout out as well to the devs of sonic.dmg for suggesting I play this game. Taking a look at the download page on GameJolt, I can see a few things that, I'm gonna be honest, don't really appeal to me personally. The thing with the first game that I really appreciated was the gameplay and level design. Like, it wasn't anything crazy, but it was more than I expected from an EXE parody. Normally, what we get is a walking tour of random memes and references, which I find really off-putting, and what I see on this page is Alvin and the Chipmunks, Shrek, Never Gonna Give You Up. I hope this isn't just going to be a hodgepodge of references, but the first game really surprised me, and I have faith in these devs, so I'll hold my judgment for once I've played the game. Let me do that right now. Okay, so I've played the game, found all the secrets, completed the secret level, and I also rewatched my review of the first game. I'll drop a link and timecode down below so you can get caught up. I'll also put my OnlyFans down there too for my most committed subscribers. Saullygoodwoman.dmg is developed by Seal Team for the Luigi Kid Challenge. The character select, of course, gives us the options of Amy, Cream, and Sally to be played in that order. It's also a Plants vs. Zombies reference. Amy's level is called The Dark 2, Nothing Compares. Head immediately left and you'll find the Matey Mark approved arcade machine that leads you into the secret level called Coins Hunt. The level itself is a FNAF secret level reference and the background music is a chiptune version of All Star by Smash Mouth. The level is just your standard jumping puzzle and there's some coins scattered along the critical path. Honestly, it's not very engaging. Perhaps the coins could have actually been hidden or put behind some puzzles. Just a little something to engage the player would be really nice because as it stands, this is basically just walking with intermittent jumping. Once you've got all 5 coins, you return to Amy's level and head right, go through some more memes and become Small Amy. Small Amy will get confronted by Freddy from Five Nights at Freddy's and he will shotgun you if you don't have his money, ending the level. In this case though, Amy has the coins in question and presses on to find DMG quivering in the corner. Now obviously there's a bomb on the floor, so you've got to be careful not to step on it and— oh no, Amy, no! Well, I'm not sure exactly what just happened or what we achieved, but we have fulfilled Amy's level and collected her secret. Why was Donkey Kong there? Why was Freddy there to shotgun me for money? Why does he dissolve into the ground if I have his money? It feels like this game's story was planned in an afternoon by a group of people in a circle saying, haha, yeah, and Freddy Fazbear is there. Yeah, and he shoots you with a shotgun. Yeah, unless you've got his money, which I'm not just saying to mock the game or its devs. That was probably great fun, and I hope the devs did have fun making it. It's a free game, after all. As a player, though, it's all a little too lol random and not a lot of inspired gameplay. The backgrounds are cute though, the silly proprietary art for the DMG games is one of the best bits. Level 2 is of course Creme the Rabbit in Kinder Fair, left the secret level and the background music is apparently the GigaChamp team. Though to me, as an emo, this is Can You Feel My Heart by Bring Me the Horizon in chiptune form. This level is Jelly Jump, and there are actually some mechanics added into this level to change things up. You jump on this jelly and bounce upwards. Springboards, that's this level's special trick. It does have one section that can be called a challenge where you must avoid the jelly to get through, but that's kind of it. Also, it's visually identical to the previous secret level and spoilers, same as Sally's one too. I really would have liked to see this presented with more of a challenge. The first thing that springs to mind is Doodle Jump. Do you remember Doodle Jump? Basically, it was the first game that came out on like the first iPhones. You had to get a high score by jumping on platforms and tilting your phone to control it. It was like the original phone game sensation before even Angry Birds. Just have that, but controlled with arrow keys, and it would be a lot more engaging without requiring any more assets in the game. Also, if you remember Doodle Jump, you have to subscribe right now. And if you don't remember Doodle Jump, you have to like the video. And if you're a fourth dimensional entity that both remembers and doesn't remember Doodle Jump simultaneously, you have to comment. And also, stop coming into my room at night and whispering things to me. You know I'm not going to give in. I'm not going to stop burning down those hospitals. Anyway, you grab Cheese the Chow and exit the secret level back to Kinder Fair. The name of Cream's level in classic Sally.exe is Kind and Fair, and sees Cream hitting a bunch of cream-ups, speed-ups before speeding into a wall. Oh god, Jesus. The name of Cream's level in classic Sally.exe is Kind and Fair, and sees Cream hitting a bunch of speed-ups before crashing into a wall of spikes. Instead, we're grabbing chocolate bars. These send Cream into some mad-eyed sugar binge until she's told by Baldi's Basics reference not to run in the hallways and put in detention. You should know better. Because we've got cheese, we've also got access to a chow launcher, and we, Smurder-Smuicide.DMG. In the comedy department here, it's just references and stuff. When you say Sally.exe parody, I want to see you playing with the expectations of the story and gameplay. At the very least, I'd appreciate a story. It can be silly, but a narrative that moves from A to B to C would really help hold my attention. Of course, now we've got Sally Goodwoman's level, Saul Goodman reference. The level itself starts with a saw reference, and you have to use your JPEG of a set of pliers with a white background to cut the cable. I like that one. It's kind of funny that the background hasn't been cropped. Also, we're Alvin the Chipmunk when we jump because Sally is a chipmunk, not, as I've always assumed, a squirrel. Why has not one of you ever corrected me on that? You're making me look stupid up here, guys. The fourth dimensional entities are going to make fun of me now. The secret level to the left is called On and Off, and when we hit DMG's giant face, it switches special blocks in the level on and off. When off, we can pass through them, so there's kind of a puzzle here, but it never really stretches the mechanic. For some reason, almost the entire level just needs you to hit the switch whenever you go by one, and you can keep progressing. This is a mechanic literally built for a little brain teaser puzzle, and it never goes there. I can't quite understand why. Just some simple switch puzzle should be so easy to do. It's like the devs backed out of their own idea. Sally grabs an engagement ring on the way out, and once you finish her level, she proposes to DMG, who uses console commands to /kill. This takes us to the secret level, but before that, DMG gives us his tragic backstory. He played CSGO for too long, and now his eyes are squiggly, and he ate a teleporting baguette and got fat. It's told with fun visuals, plays on the expectation of some deep backstory. This was fun. The secret level has Jumbo Josh from the mascot horror game Garden of Banban in the background and singing a weird song. You are Shadow the Hedgehog on rollerblades, and it's actually got some fun animations as you move and jump around, but nothing really happens in this level before you meet DMG and finish with this screen. So, what's the final judgment here? Gameplay. While the controls feel fine, the gameplay itself is unfortunately underwhelming. The original game didn't get too crazy here either, but having any gameplay at all in a dumb parody game was a nice surprise. Now what it needs is to build on that and make the gameplay engage the player somehow. Story. It was just kind of stuff, no particular through line. What I imagine are the designer's first thoughts put into playable form. Finally, the visuals, one of the most charming parts of the original game, and I'm glad to say that hasn't changed. These splash screens at the start of levels are wonderful. Backgrounds, especially in Cream's level, are incredibly well made. Even the little animations, Cream moving along and grabbing Chucky with her ears flapping, Shadow rolling around doing spins and shit. But what really brings this all together is the style, the way it's all designed to look like bad paint art, but somehow still wonderfully detailed. The game's presentation in a lot of ways is standout. I'm sure that's obvious from just watching the footage. With all that said, at some points it doesn't quite work for me. Amy's level, despite still having those stylish backgrounds, when I think back to it, I could swear it was just a straight walk through a mostly blank void and PNGs of Donkey Kong. Overall, this game basically just does the same things the first did again. While those things surprised me in the original, I knew what to expect going into the sequel. Now what this series needs to do is evolve the gameplay, or a ridiculous story of its own to follow. There's big potential here, and there is a third entry in this series. The question is, will it evolve some more substance from its style? I'm putting this game lower than the original and into the still very respectable B tier, above sonic.dmg, what I can imagine is one of its biggest influences, a game that had a lot of fun art and animation but dead zero gameplay. If you're interested to see the follow-up ragout.dmg, let me know with a like and a comment and tell me if there's another EXE game you'd like to see talked about. for something to watch next, check out my review of Nightmare Beginning before talking about its sequel and the most controversial EXE character ever made. I'll see you there. Okay, cool, that'll do.